Rich.
Afternoon.
And thank you for sharing with me your precious time for this interview. So to start off, you graduated from UP, right?
Yes.
So what's your course and what was your first job?
Okay, my first job was teaching. So I graduated with a degree in education. So I thought
So how long did you teach?
okay. I thought as an undergrad I started teaching, and then after I graduated I continued, and then I got married. So I stopped teaching. I stopped working, but not teaching. I stopped working.
So what made you decide to stop working and focus on your family?
Okay. Yes. My decision was. Our decision was that we focus on our eldest child. So when you start to have when you start to have your own kids, you're so excited. So we decided that I would teach her. So before we had enrolled her or in a formal schools, she already knew how to read, more or less how to read, because we started teaching her academics at 4 years old.
So do you have any regrets for making that decision?
No, I don't think any parent would regret spending time with their kids and teaching them.
So you mean it was a wise decision?
It was, I think, looking back, so it's been about 15 to 20 years. Looking back, I think it was a good decision, although at the time it wasn't very easy, because it meant that as a growing family, we would only have we would be a single income family, which which means that there would be considerable financial struggles.
So your 3 sons, you said at Beth, and you were all enrolled in a homeschool program. So can you tell me what is a homeschool program?
Okay, so it's currently they're homeschooling. Okay, homeschooling just means that you do your academics at home, and for us homeschoolers, there are about 4,000 families homeschooling the Philippines. So for us, it's a really enhanced education. It's education beyond 4 walls, beyond the academics. Okay, and most homeschoolers, the emphasis is not so much on. Okay, homeschooling is basically just if you want to pass on your values, okay, your faith and your beliefs, whatever that may be. So for us personally, we base our education on the Bible, but we are aware of some homeschoolers who don't. There are some homeschoolers whose parents they don't even know the Bible. Okay? And for us, it's giving, we think it's the best education that we can give our kids.
So what made you decide to enroll them in a homeschool rather than a traditional setting?
It's a journey, actually. So looking back, we decided on that because first of all, it's a calling. It wasn't a decision that we came about in a week, okay, or 2 months, but it was a journey, and then coming to that decision that, okay, the best option for us is to homeschool. But there were a lot of factors, but we prayed about it. We really prayed about it. And it also happened that my husband had no job at that time, so we were thinking, how do we continue to give the best education to our kids? Okay, and so we had several friends, okay, several who were homeschooling, and we would look at their kids, and their kids were, ang mabait na mga ano nila, mabait yung mga anak nila. And they were also academic achievers. So, and my sister also was decided to homeschool, and she was based abroad, okay, and she encouraged me to homeschool, and we prayed about it. And God did confirm. He confirmed it to an answered prayer. Okay, I was awkward. I asked God, and I was asking God for this certain book, and He did answer. Okay, with that book, and my sister. So we started with the homeschooling, first 2 elementary kids, and then on the following year, yeah, we started with the high school.
So, which is harder, teaching your own children or teaching in a traditional school?
Okay, syempre, diba, teaching your own kids. Kasi nakasilip sila talaga sa'yo. When you teach in a traditional school, you spend what? 1 hour with them, with one subject. You spend, 1 hour, 20 minutes with English, right? So you're more or less concerned about how you're going to promote them, okay, meeting their academic goals. And but with homeschooling, you get to be conscious that the academics are just, product, consequence of their character. Right? So we build the foundation of your kids having good characters. That's why most in traditional schools, we have these kids that parents complain that, why is my child not doing as well as I expect them to do, right? But they don't necessarily understand the role, okay, the role of the parent in education, in the academic achievement of their kids, and they expect for the teacher who meets with them 1 hour, teaching English, teaching science or math, to teach the kids good manners, yung expectations nila na to teach their kids not to shout, to teach them, whereas these are the things that they should be taking time to teach their children and not expect it from yung teachers. Lahat na nasa doon sa teacher, di ba? In homeschooling, you really expect yourself to lead the way in every aspect. Hindi lang 24 hours, 7 days a week. So it's virtually wala kang pahinga. For example, kung nag-homeschool ka, you must be really disciplined with time. Kasi nasa bahay kayo eh. At bahay, di ba, relax. The kids relax. And there's the television and the computer. So you really have to be vigilant with time. So it starts with you, okay? If you want them to wake up early, you have to wake up earlier than them. If you want them to be disciplined with the computer time, they cannot see you playing games on the computer, because as parents sometimes we do that, right? So homeschooling is definitely harder.
Is there a big difference, like the subjects between homeschool and traditional? Do you have physical education?
Oh yes. You have to follow the DepEd curriculum. So the homeschool provider, first of all, we are enrolled in a homeschool provider. So the homeschool provider supervises you, and they have certain qualifications and requirements. So you have to pass parents or those teaching college degrees, diploma, transcript, grades. Then at the end of the year, you have to pass your portfolios, your exams. Okay, so And the deaf ed, they do come and inspect those things. So at the end of the year, we pass all of those things. And you're required to do projects and physical education. So it leaves a lot of room for creativity to parents.
So how do you manage stress?
I manage stress. So I spend time with a lot of friends. So once a week, we get together and we support one another through prayer and sharing. And I spend time with my husband. So my husband works, but he's very supportive. So we cannot raise boys without fathers. So if they have problems, so it's the family. One thing about homeschooling that we noticed, you develop relationship with one another. So, say doing experiments together. Even I learned from my experiments. Nag-grow kami ng mga roots, ganyan. Nakakatawa.
So does being a working Christian help you manage stress better?
It does, because I don't think that I can homeschool without God. Definitely. It's a job. I teach. I have a 6th grader, 8th, and a 10th grader, and the subjects range from Filipino, science, English, calculus. Half of the things, I have to cope with those things, right? Learning, I have to learn. I have to check in subjects. So definitely, then I have to do your housework, prepare food. So definitely, sometimes you don't have strength for that. So it's not more than helping; it's everything. I don't think I could cope without sa tulong ng Panginoon. Sa totoo lang.
But do you enjoy teaching your own children?
Oh yes. Oh yeah, you have. Homeschooling is a passion, so you really have to enjoy. It's a calling. It's a calling. You really have to enjoy teaching. If you don't, you have to enjoy learning with your kids and spending time with your kids. Because you'll be spending time with your kids and makukulit sila. And sometimes, subjects, they don't really understand the subjects and they fight. So there are good days and there are bad days. So I enjoy homeschooling. I find it fulfilling.
So right now, what's your current state of mind?
My current state of mind. My family and I, my husband and I, are pretty sure that we are going to homeschool. So we are at peace with that. But it doesn't mean that it's a walk in the park, right? So it doesn't mean that you know where you're going. It doesn't mean that the sea, will be calm. All we know is that is the direction that we're heading, and that is where we want to go. That's where God wants us to go. It doesn't mean that it's going to be smooth sailing. There are lots of problems. So, but we're at peace because we know that we have a direction and we have a vision, and we're at peace with that. So my current state of mind, I think we're pretty okay.
So when are you happiest?
When am I happiest? I'm happy when I spend time with my husband. And sometimes magkape lang kami dyan. I'm happy when I spend time with my friends. And I'm also happy that one of the things that I had to come to terms with is the rewards of what I chose, in terms of, let's say, career. It's not financial or economic. Okay? So, but it's very rewarding to see that your kids, they're adjusted. And it's rewarding that your kids can come and talk to you. And it's rewarding when other people affirm that, uy, maganda yung ugali ng mga anak mo, di ba? And also, so, every now and then, what the ladies in church would come up with, we would help one another in terms of how do we generate finances, economics. And then when we do so, it's also rewarding to earn a little bit, you know, your own money. So, all in all, when you achieve certain goals like that, you get affirmed, you get affirmed in your abilities, okay? I'm happy with that. But I always bear in mind that it's I don't do it on my own.
So, as a final question, Mr. Rich, do you have any plans for the near future? Any long-term goal?
Long-term goal. Aside from my kids, I want my kids to finish college like most Filipinos. I want my kids to long-term goal, okay? Since we're homeschooling, I want my kids to finish college. I want them to finish well. I want them to be men and or women who are able to grapple, overcome the problems in life. I keep telling my kids here, life is not easy. So I want them to be people with integrity. Napaka-ideal, ano? But I think I want them to be kids who are, when I'm old, I don't have to worry about them, right? Hindi, magtatrabaho pa ako, kasi walang panggatas yung kuko. I want them to be men and women, okay, who would be good when they get married, okay, who would choose people, your partners still well, and then be good leaders of their families, of the church, and the community. And when I'm old, when I'm 60, 65, I don't have to worry about them, but instead I will be traveling to doing these things, enjoying, yeah, that's my goal. My goal is I don't have to worry about my kids anymore because I know that they can stand on their own. Diba? Kasi when you're 65, gusto mo na lang, magtalim-talim sa bukid. Yeah, and then mag-travel, diba? So that's our goal. My husband and I, we firmly believe, my husband and I, we firmly believe that when you hit the high school years are years of the child has to understand responsibility. High school years is not for good time. High school years are years of start working hard, okay? And then when you reach 60, 65, and then your jobs are not available, then you can sit back and relax and enjoy your family, enjoy your kids. But it doesn't mean that working hard, it doesn't mean that you neglect your relationship. That's why we went into homeschooling. One of the reasons why.
So that's it. So
Okay.
thank you, Ms. Trish, for this opportunity to join you.
Okay, thank you, Ren.